Yo, basically, nice job snagging first. Good morning. Hey. Welcome in, bro. We're just getting started here, chat. Just getting started. I gotta open up all my links. But happy Monday. How's everybody doing? Good to see you. Kind of a quick show today. We might just hang out the last half of the show playing Tetris 99. Depending on how quickly I can get through it. Hey, Harold, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great morning, my friend. All right. Let's just shift into news mode. Good to see you this morning. Hope you are well and okay. And welcome to the Game News Show Monday morning. I'm on my second cup of coffee. I did not sleep well at all last night. I need you guys to know. I don't know why I need you guys to know, but I need you guys to know. I did not sleep last night. So I'm like kind of dragging this morning. But how we doing, chat? Sound off, let me know. Last night's stream was fun. I made a lot of progress in Donkey Kong. Oh, excuse me. That little sip of coffee decided to go down the air pipe and not the correct pipe. Anyway, all right. Make sure everything's all connected like it's supposed to be. As well as I need it to be anyway. Cool. All right, well, let's just jump into the game news. A little bit to talk about. Not much happened. Kind of a quiet weekend in gaming. I stepped away from the computer and stuff like Friday night to about Sunday midday. I didn't touch social media much at all. I tweeted a couple of pictures I took while I was out, but you know, I wasn't like creating content, and so it was a little quiet. I didn't see anything major happen over the weekend. If I missed something, guys, let me know in chat. But let's jump in, starting with, well, first let me turn on the desktop. Starting with Kirby Air Riders has been rated. What just happened? What just happened? What? It just jumped to a whole different monitor, opened Twitter, and closed out all my other tabs. What just happened? What was that? What key combination is that behavior? Because I felt several button presses that were wrong. But what on earth did I just do? Excuse me. Price market's gonna crash. They're reselling the lower end consoles. Yeah. Junior Disciple, welcome in. Okay, now can we... Where'd Opera go? Oh my gosh. We just lost our whole thing. No, it wasn't shift arrow key. My entire browser, it just crashed. Like, just disappeared. Alright, let's just jump in here. And let me open all this up real quick. I don't know, chat, what just happened. Like, I opened a new tab, hit the full screen button, and everything just went away. And then I brought it back, and Opera GX is like, nah, we're done. We're done with this. Okay. All right, now let's try again. Can we full screen? Are we allowed to do that today? All right, Kirby Air Riders has been rated for Switch 2. Still coming out this year. But Kirby Air Riders is supposed to come out this year. Haven't heard all that much about it since the initial announcement in April. But the game has reportedly been rated in Saudi Arabia recently, receiving an age rating in the location of 7 and above. I don't understand that sentence. Okay, the age rating is 7 and above. Okay, in Saudi Arabia. Sakurai did provide a small update about this title earlier in July, mentioning how it was shaping up to be something great. This also happened to be timed in with the 22nd anniversary of the original GameCube title, Kirby Air Ride, which is a fantastic game. Once we start seeing ratings, we can start expecting release dates. Once these rating boards, that means they've looked at the game, they've seen the build, there's a build submitted for ratings. The reason this is important is because we still don't have Metroid Prime's release date, and we still don't have Kirby Air Riders release date. Reasonably, we should be expecting some kind of main, not partner showcase, but main Nintendo Direct to go over this stuff. And where that is, I don't know. Like, why is it taking so long to get there is a great question. I don't know what's going on. Apple Music's also having a time this morning. I guess things are just on fire this morning, which is great. That's how we like to run the streams. All right. But yeah, I don't know. Let's say classification for this title hopefully means a release isn't too far away. If New Kirby Racer does make its 2025 window, it will join other racing games like Mario Kart World and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I don't think it's going to really need to compete. It might be seen as the same, but Kirby Air Riders is a very different racing game, if it even is. I'm trying to say, if this even is a racing title, because the open world, like, city mode in the OG Air Rider was like the mode. Like, there was a Grand Prix mode, and it was fine. It was a little bit of fun, but the original, like, open world exploration mode was where to go. That's what people did. And then there was a race at the end of that, so hopefully it's not timed. I don't know. I'm interested in what Sakurai's got for us in Kirby Air Riders. I'm very, very excited for this game. Love the original. I may see about doing a stream of it once we get a release date, and we'll just play around in it. It's so fun. Anyway, all right, let's move on. All right, more Nintendo news. Nintendo issues a temperature warning to Switch 2 users. Nintendo has asked players to be wary of playing the Nintendo Switch 2 in both high and low temperature environments. The warning is seemingly stemmed from the hot weather that has recently hit Japan, with some Nintendo Switch 2 users reporting that their devices have been overheating. Following the reports, an official Nintendo account on X has issued the following warning. When using a Nintendo Switch or Switch 2 in a high temperature environment, the device's temperature may rise. This could potentially cause malfunction, so please use it in a location between 5 and 35 degrees Celsius. Notably, the warning also advises players to be cautious of temperatures below 5 degrees Celsius. Despite recent overheat issues being linked to high temperatures, to our knowledge, this is the first time Nintendo has issued such warnings for the Switch 2. Yes, the Switch 2 has always had overheating issues. I never had them with mine, but I don't know. I do know that my Switch 2 does feel a little hot. Sometimes just after, I don't know, background updates or whatever, I'll go pick it up and it's like, why is it so warm? It's very odd. I'm sorry, guys. I've got to go take care of something. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird that we have issues at all with overheating, with how the dock and the Switch itself, the cooling system was kind of touted as a big thing. So I'm not really sure. I do notice that mine does run a little warm just sitting in the dock, though. I had that problem with the Switch 1, though. If I had the Ethernet adapter plugged in, it felt like it was always running. So I'm not sure if it's a bigger problem with the Switch 2 because there's a higher power draw. Maybe so. I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting we're getting these warnings again. Because they did put this out for the Switch 1. I remember seeing this a couple years ago. Maybe about 3-4 years ago now? I don't know. But yeah, be careful running your Switch 2 in extremely hot or extremely cold environments, I guess. Maybe? Alright, here we go. I love this headline. I don't think it needs Nicki Minaj. Battlefield 6 designer Battlefield 6 designer says its skins will be grounded. Call of Duty has a wide variety of crossover skins. I love this. Battlefield 6 has been making the rounds lately, just with the reveal, multiplayer reveal. There's a battle royale mode coming out, skill-based matchmaking, a lot of things that people are either upset or excited about, depending on what camp you fall in. And yeah, it's like, what do we do? You know, like, do we expect Beavis and Butthead in Battlefield? Well, thankfully, I think we have our answer. Speaking to Double Tap at Battlefield 6 event in London, design director Shashank Uchil was asked about the cosmetic skins planned for the game and how they would look. Uchil responded by stressing that they had to fit the game's theme, gesturing to nearby artworks showing soldiers looking at a war-torn New York City. It has to be grounded. This is what Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 was. It was all soldiers on the ground. It's going to be like this, he added, pointing to the artwork. I don't think it needs Nicki Minaj, he noted. Let's keep it real, keep it grounded. Although Uchil didn't mention Call of Duty by name, the reference to Minaj is undoubtedly a reference to Activision's game, which has featured numerous crossover operator skins, including Minaj, in recent years. While the Call of Duty series has featured numerous celebrity appearances and crossovers in the past, the number of occurrences has risen sharply in recent years, most notably in the form of operator skins allowing the player to play as various celebrities and characters. In the past few years, crossover skins added to COD have included Lionel Messi, Paul Pogba, Neymar Jr., the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, NBA star Kevin Durant, superheroes from The Boys, Snoop Dogg, Lara Croft, Spawn, Ash from The Evil Dead, Skeletor from Masters of the Universe, Lilith from Diablo, Paul Atreides from Dune, Cheech and Chong, various WWE wrestlers, Michael Myers, The Terminator, Squid Game characters, Seth Rogen, Jay and Silent Bob, Beavis and Butthead, and characters from American Dad. See, this is where this gets ridiculous, though. Like, okay, one, all of these likenesses being in this game is crazy. The like cartoon ones, Beavis and Butthead, American Dad, even the Ninja Turtles to some degree, I just have never been a fan of. At least the live action, like the actual actors that they're using for like Jay and Silent Bob, you know, like that's real people. It kind of makes sense in the Call of Duty world because that's all modeled after reality. Whereas like Fortnite can get away with it because it's all cartoons and everything in the game gets a cartoony look, even Master Chief. You know, like it's like you get this more cartoony version of Chief or what's his name from God of War? I can't remember. Kratos from God of War. His skin, while based on a real person, you know, there was a model scan built off of, you know, Kratos for like the newer games. Like that looks like believable in the Fortnite universe. Yeah, it's got its own styling over it. Even real people though, like all the personalities they've created, they have to make them more cartoony to fit the Fortnite world. They didn't do that with the cartoons in Call of Duty at all. Call of Duty just went, oh, Beavis and Butthead are here, cell shading and all in our not cell shaded game. It's weird. It throws. I just hate the way it looks, and I have not touched Battlefield. I haven't touched Battlefield forever, but I haven't touched Black Ops since it launched, pretty much. And now I'm like, oh, maybe I didn't need to. All right, we'll read on though. EA Executive Vice President Vince Zampella said he considers Battlefield 6 a spiritual successor to fan favorites Battlefield 3 and 4. Being the spiritual successor to 3 and 4 is how we look at it. He told the Friends Per Second podcast, what would that next spiritual successor kind of look like? That's where we started. You have people who have been on Battlefield since the beginning, and then we have a lot of new studios, a lot of new blood to come in and look at it in a different way. It's important, and those Battlefield fans, they know that the core DNA has to be there. We have to get those large-scale maps right. So, yeah, I feel like Battlefield 6 is in a really good spot. I'm really interested to see how the game plays out. I love shooters. I've never been a big Battlefield fan. It always felt a little too focused. I don't know. I felt like I was always bad at it because the maps and everything is so big, I'd get confused. But, you know, I could try it again. I might enjoy it. It seems like a fun time. I just like what I've seen so far, I think, in Battlefield. Like, overall, it's been really good. But anyway, let's move on. Alright, let's talk about Pokemon for a second. Pokemon TCG Pocket removes artwork from new set after plagiarism claims. And I want to preface this with, I understand how these things can happen when a lot of management is involved. But the fact that even the Pokemon Company isn't impervious to what Bungie's been doing, accused of doing for the last few years, but especially most recently with Marathon, it just says something about corporate structure and development. Pokemon TCG Pocket has removed 2 pieces of artwork from the Wisdom of Sea and Sky A4 set after claims of plagiarism emerged on social media. The new set, which was revealed on July 30th, is focused on the Johto legendary duo of Ho-Oh and Lugia, both of whom received rare immersive art variants to chase. On the eve of release, however, Chinese artist Lan Juju shared images on social media that suggested the Ho-Oh artwork was based on their own fan art, with a near identical copy featuring in the set. Now Pokemon TCG Pocket has responded. So in a statement published in Japanese, shared on X by PokeGetInfo Main, said an issue in the production process was identified. Following an internal investigation, it was discovered that the Pokemon TCG Pocket card production team had provided incorrect materials as official materials to the illustrator commissioned for these cards. The statement suggests that the artist, C.A. Nanahara, is not responsible for the issue and merely worked with the resources they were provided with. No comment has been made on what material was shared, on whether it was indeed Lan Juju's artwork. What's up, Frost? Due to the issue, the Ho-Oh and Lugia immersive art cards will be issued with blank illustrations and will be replaced with new artwork as soon as preparations are complete. The cards themselves can still be pulled in the new set, though blank artwork will be shown instead. It was added that the developer is continuing to investigate whether similar issues exist elsewhere and will strive to enhance quality control. Responding to the statement, Lan Juju posted their own message on social media where they stated they appreciate the prompt resolution, hope this matter rests here. They added the original post was shared after perplexity upon encountering questionable images online, and as discussions escalated beyond control, they refrained from social media engagement yesterday. So, yeah, it's just weird, honestly. I haven't seen the art, the art that it's based on, but I know the art got pulled. I guess it's similar. I don't know. I hate that this happened because, you know, fan art is a big part of every, like, gaming community to some aspect. But most specifically, like, Pokemon and Nintendo and a lot of more cartoony games get a lot more fan art, just in general. And so for Pokemon TCG Pocket's team to pull fan art as, like, inspiration, one, that's an honor, like, for your work to be included with that. But it does suck to have it, like, almost blatantly copied, right? So hopefully this doesn't happen again, but this is a regular thing with online games. I think tight deadlines mean due diligence happens a lot less, just on the whole, right? So it's a bummer. I'm glad that they're going to issue new art, but the fact that it's immersive art means it's probably going to take a while to come up with something. They're probably going to have to go back to their original pitches for possible immersive art cards and then build a different one, you know? Hopefully they don't take too long, but I don't know. It's just a weird situation. More than everybody. Good to see you, Gabby, in next level. Gabby, good job hitting ultra rank. That's awesome. I had played none this weekend. All right, I thought this one was cool from Insider Gaming. Fortnite is getting another Halo crossover soon. Epic Games has teased that Fortnite will be getting another Halo crossover event in the near future. Posted to the channel's official Fortnite X account, a new image shows a blue and red Spartan in Mjolnir armor with the caption, "Yeah, we called in the experts for this one." They showed it in motion, I believe, before. I don't know. I just probably opened a new tab stupidly. But I don't know. It's cool. I like the Halo crossover. It's good. It looks good. It looks like they've just given the Mjolnir armor to the base like Fortnite model instead of trying to build out this big honkin' Spartan. So cool. I'm excited to see this. I wonder if this is the next season. I don't know if it's just part of the pass or a separate shop purchase, but I guess we'll find out. All right, Darksiders 4 has been announced during the THQ Nordic showcase. I don't have much to say on this. I just thought it was cool that this series keeps going. I played the first one and I thought it was cool. The Darksiders series is back as Darksiders 4 was revealed during the 2025 THQ Nordic showcase. I don't know. Is there a release date? Darksiders 4 currently in development will be released on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC with Steam. No release date or window. Okay. There's an announcement trailer, but I don't know. It might be a little much. Okay. I'm missing a link or two in here. Here we go. All right. This is our big story. I wanted to open this earlier in the thing. But let's talk about this. All right. Switch consoles and accessory prices are going up in the US. It's like, I saw this. Everybody saw this last week on Friday. We talked about it on the Gaming Roundtable a little bit. This is weird. This is weird. A last gen system is getting more expensive from the retailer, from Nintendo. Let's jump into the article. This is the update. Price increases for the Switch 1 already in effect at Target. The American retailer Switch OLED is now $399. Standard model is $339, and the Lite is now $229. So $50 increase, $40 increase, and $30 increase, respectively. The Switch Lite is still kind of a bargain at that price, but it's tougher to sell. At $200, it's like, hey, look, you get all the Switch games. You know, now it's $230. It's like, it doesn't come with a game though. But pricing on original Switch family of systems and products in US will change based on market conditions effective August 3rd. Pricing for Switch 2 systems, Switch 2 physical digital games, and NSO memberships remain unchanged. So they put out this update. They didn't go into details, but we previously reported that the Switch OLED price increase would match the Switch 2 price. However, this is obviously incorrect. The Switch 2 costs $449. We've updated the headline and story to reflect this and apologize for the error. Where is this all? This place is okay. The original story. Nintendo of America has announced the price of Switch family systems, so the OG Lite and the OLED, will be increasing on August 3rd. This was yesterday. Price changes are coming out for Switch 1, Switch 2 accessories, Switch 1 consoles, Amiibo, Alarmo, as well as some Switch 1 accessories. The Switch 2 console, Switch 2 games, and NSO memberships aren't affected. Okay, I've repeated myself a ton of times on this. I just wanted a list of what's increased because the price increases have hit, but also the Joy-Con 2s are now $100 instead of $95, and the Pro Controller, I believe, has hit $90 instead of $85. Which is a lot. I mean, that's a lot for a controller. The Joy-Cons, I mean, those were always kind of expensive, so Joy-Con 2s getting more expensive does suck. But my biggest issue is that the Switch is now the Switch OLED. What are we doing? Why are we opening Blue Sky? I'm not. My mouse is just betraying me today. What are we doing? Why is that a clickable link? And now we are in help. Help me. Somebody help me. Kill me. Just end it now. Okay. Anyway, I don't want the text highlighted, but now I'm frustrated. All right, anyway, the Switch OLED being $400 is ridiculous. That is an absurd price for the Switch 1. I guess market conditions dictate this to happen, but, the Switch 2 is $450. The Mario Kart bundle is $500. So you're telling me for $100 more, the Switch OLED is just pointless. I could get a Switch 2 with a game bundled in for $100 more than a Switch OLED that doesn't come with a game. And I think there you have kind of another reasoning behind it. This is the Apple pricing scheme, right? You can get an iPad for cheap, but you can get an iPad Air for cheaper than the most expensive iPad, or within like 50, 100 bucks. You know, as you start to spec things up, you start to get to a price point where the next best thing, the next best product doesn't look that bad. So yeah, you know, the Switch Lite is $230, but it's a Switch Lite. If you want a full Switch experience, you jump up, you know, 110 bucks. You now have $339 for an OG Switch. And then for another 70, you get the OLED screen, which, I mean, that's a pretty good deal. The OLED Switch, the dock is much better. The Switch itself is way better. You know, just because of the OLED screen, and I think the revised kickstand on that one. But then at that price, you're now at $400, right? You've priced up to 400 bucks. For $50 more, you get a Switch 2. Or for you know, $100 more, you get a Switch 2 in Mario Kart World. Or later this year, Pokemon Legends ZA. You know? So I think the pricing, you know, they maybe had to make a decision, and they can eat the cost of the Switch 2 for now, and not pricing it up yet if the tariffs and everything are affecting it that badly. But it's just weird to see an older gen console go up this much in price this late in its life cycle. This is what I was just saying, Z. Business move, making it closer in price to the Switch 2 makes more people think it's only $50 more. And I think that's going to push people to the Switch 2 a lot faster. I legitimately think, because if the best one you can get is... what's happening? If the best one you can get is only 50 bucks more or 100 bucks more, like what's at that price level, you're not spending that much more. You know, you're not spending that much more. So I think that's a fair point. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there, but I just think that it's a little more strategic than just market conditions, because this system the sales are going to start dropping through next year. They're still going to stay up. I mean, the Switch is a very successful system. What's up, Will? I just think that this pricing is going to make people go to the Switch 2 a little bit faster, and I think it should. I think that's why Nintendo won't adjust the price of the Switch 2 just yet. They can, like I said, they can pull the Apple pricing structure, and now it's like, hey, the Switch 2 isn't that far off from the Switch 1 price-wise, but it's like a whole world better. It's a full generational leap from Switch to Switch 2. It's not just a minor upgrade. It is a major overhaul of everything that the Switch 1 got right, coupled with newer hardware and better hardware. You know, not just a faster processor, but way more memory, way more storage, you know, better functionality. You know, you got 4K, HDR, you know, everything about the Switch 2 is better, and it plays the Switch 1 games, so there's really no reason not to. If you don't have a Switch, right? If you're talking, I don't have a Switch, or you have an OG Switch and you were thinking of getting the OLED at this point, because it should get cheaper. Well, now it's not getting cheaper, so you should just get a Switch 2. It's not a bad market strategy, even though tariffs are still accounted for. Yeah, I think the strategy is eat the losses on the Switch 2 for now, and then maybe next year or the year after we see a price cut, or the tariff situation gets resolved and, you know, we're back to normal trade things. Yeah, unless you get off eBay, it might keep the old price. I think Facebook Market is good. You can get a Switch Lite for like $100, you know, if you're really into the Switch Lite. You could also grab an OG Switch for probably about $200 with games on a Facebook Market post. So yes, secondhand market is good. I think pawn shops probably won't adjust too much. You have a lot of options in that regard. Yeah, the non-OLED Switch 1 will be cheaper to get secondhand, probably forever. Until they just announce that parts aren't available, then they might go up in price. But I think the full backwards compatibility of the Switch 2 kind of negates the need to hang on to Switch 1 hardware almost entirely. And that's, I think we're going to see that over the next few generations where, it's worth keeping an Xbox 360 because there are games you can't play on the Xbox Series X and S. But I don't think it's worth keeping your Xbox One unless it was a limited edition or you just keep hardware. I don't have an Xbox One anymore. I had 2 of them. I sold both of them. They are both been replaced with Xbox Series, so like there's no need because everything that the Xbox One played and was compatible with works on the Series X and S. Everything that works on the Switch 1 works on the Switch 2. Granted, there are some wonky accessories that don't work, but if you have the OG Joy-Cons, then they do work. Aside from Labo, you can't play with your cardboard on your Switch 2. But I'm sure that somebody will come up with some kind of mod for it, or the game just doesn't run. I really don't know. I haven't touched it. I didn't buy any of the Labo stuff. Tariffs are apart. I also think you realize how many Switch ones are in circulation. Like oh no, I think they just want to attract as many people as possible, and this is one way to do it. But yeah, you can absolutely. I don't know. The point really stands that this price increase doesn't seem as random or totally tariff related, or they just took an opportunity, right? They took an opportunity to make the Switch One a little more expensive to offset, trade and everything, tariff costs, and now it's just priced better. I really think they just took advantage of a situation. Instead of the price just going up and everybody being angry across the board, the Switch 2 is way more appealing. So that's where I'll leave it. I feel like I'm repeating myself. It's still a good value, though. I'd say even this early on in the Switch 2 life cycle, pick it up. No one hates Nintendo fans more than Nintendo. It's true. It's true. All right, let's move on. Maybe. All right, this is our last topic for today. Bioshock 4's leadership replaced as 2K insists it's committed to delivering a great game. Developer Cloud Chamber has changed director and studio head. I saw this. I like the original Bioshock games. 1 and 2. I played Infinite. I just don't think it was as good as 1. It didn't have the impact. It was good. It just wasn't as good. But anyway, Take-Two has replaced the leadership behind the next Bioshock game after it reportedly failed an internal development review. In a statement, a spokesperson for the publisher confirmed Cloud Chamber studio head Kelly Gilmore has left their role, while creative director Hogarth de la Plante, that's a cool name, has moved to a publishing position. Plante was involved in the original Bioshock game across multiple disciplines, including level design, art, and programming. According to Bloomberg, the leadership changes followed a recent failed review by executives at 2K Games, the publishing arm of Take-Two. Bioshock 4's narrative was identified as an area that was particularly in need of improvement and will be revamped. According to Bloomberg sources, 2K also canceled plans for a remake of the original Bioshock game earlier this year. This was like the biggest bummer to me. A full-on remake of Bioshock, maybe like, ray-traced visuals, ray-traced lighting, some, sharper visuals, maybe some tweaking of some of the mechanics in the game. I think it would have done well. In a recent all-hands meeting, Cloud Chamber developers were reportedly told that the company needs to become more agile and efficient. Wow, we've been hearing this across the board. Leading to some to fear layoffs could follow. We're working hard to set Bioshock up for the best possible future, 2K Games said in a statement. Right now, we have a good game, but we are committed to delivering a great one. Working closely with leadership at the studio to define this path. The spokesperson confirmed the leadership changes and said it is fully committed to ensuring we deliver a Bioshock game that exceeds the lofty expectations of our fans. 2K first announced back in December 2019 that work had begun on a new entry in the Bioshock series, but has been tight-lipped about the project in years since. Well, I think, the events of 2020 through 2023 kind of put some big delays on that. The game is being created by 2K's new Cloud Chamber studio, which was established especially for the project in 2K's San Francisco Bay Area headquarters in California, as well as Montreal, Quebec. Well, another layoff. Super surprising. No, it's kind of crazy, though, because this game's been in development a while, and we know game development for AAA and even AA games, it tends to take a bit. I think a lot of what we're seeing is... And it concerns me to say out loud, but the bit here about we need to become more agile and efficient was the same justification we heard from Microsoft about cutting positions, except here we don't have tons of different publishers and companies that have been acquired up by 2K. We just have one studio that's taking a while to make their game. And it's like, no, you guys need to be faster, which scares me because it sounds like, oh, now we justified AI coming in and developing this game. So do we want to play an AI developed game? I don't know. Part of me is like, no, but if it's a new Bioshock game, maybe. It really just depends on what's going on. You know, it depends on what the truth is. I just don't want to see developers replaced in any industry by just straight up AI. I think a lot of entry level positions are going to suffer, but you have, I don't know, you have a lot of nerve if this is the goal. And I don't want that to be the case. Bioshock is a good game all about, you know, human flaws and unchecked freedom to do whatever going haywire. It's like the darker side of that. Zeke, I will say, Bioshock is worth playing even now. It is a fantastic game. It Takes Two failing, and sure, Split Fiction was like that. They could do more on that. It Takes Two didn't fail. It's a huge thing. AI is a tool, not a replacement. If we could keep that mindset, but to some people, that's not the case. But anyway, yeah, that pretty much does it for the game news. We still have a while to hang out before I've got to start work. So I was thinking of firing up some Tetris 99 and just kind of grinding the DK theme with you guys. If anyone's opposed to that, I'm sorry. That's what I think we're gonna do to finish out the stream this morning. And we can just chat about anything that's on your mind, any game news things you want to talk about. Oh man, let's see. GK selling well, and the Dragon Drive demo is only $20, which is amazing. Oh, Drag X Drive is only $20. That's interesting. But yeah, all right. So let's shift to that because I would like to get that Donkey Kong theme if I still have time. I don't know if the event's already over. It might be, in which case I'll just play Tetris 99 for a bit. And I'll just update the category in one place. Okie dokie. That can go away. Close window. Yeah, I gotta find a way to fill out these episodes a little more. We'll see how this one performs, though. I'm looking at what I need to be pressing to change things over. So Apple Music is way off on what's currently playing, and so what you're seeing in the top corner, if you're watching the full screen stream, is not what is being played right now. As far as music goes, it's very weird. I may just close it at the risk of breaking some. Nope, it's freezing up, and I don't want to risk losing. It's digital only. Yeah, that game's gonna tank. It's literally just a mouse experiment. Alright. Have you guys played Tetris 99 recently? It's still fun. I don't know that it's been patched or updated or anything. Supposedly it being only 20 minutes digital only is fair. Oh, sure. How much time do I have left? I only need 40 more points in this. This theme is going to replace the Pokemon Sword and Shield theme in this game for me, because the Sword and Shield theme's really good. Haven't touched Tetris 99 in a couple years. Dude, I've been just jumping back into it. It's a good, I don't want to think about it too much kind of game, but I want to play something real quick. But the theme, this theme is just amazing. Why is everybody attacking me? Oh man. No, I don't like doing this. This theme is so good. It's just like, this is the best thing about Donkey Kong Bonanza. The music is so good. Right. Kind of fell out of my groove there. Dang it, I screwed up, didn't I? Yep, it's okay. We'll fix it. Do you think you're close to finishing DK? I don't know, man. I don't know where I'm at. I want to finish it. I'm excited to finish it. Dang it. Okay. Roll up. Ah, I screwed up. Dang it. Oh, we're cooked. Yeah, it's okay. Go warm up. I completely flubbed that one. We have 3 more games like that. I'm gonna get this by the time the stream ends. Only get themes for background and Switch to it? Dude, I agree. I would love to get themes on the Switch too, and there's no reason they can't do it at this point. The Switch has more than enough hardware. More than enough capability now. The Switch 1 could have done it. It would have just, they would have been very static, and that's okay. Ah, I hate when this happens. Oh my gosh, what are these pieces? Okay, let's make it work. Dang it. All right, man, the vultures are out. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah. Let's see. Dream Dive Distance, your favorite Kingdom Hearts game so far? It's really good. I got 1 point for that one. Oh my god, we died so quick. So we have to do even better this time. I'm really not used to the Switch 2 Pro Controller's D-pad in this game. It feels good, but there are times where it feels really mushy, and I wish I could get like something to make it feel not mushy. Like the command system but miss the abilities. I think that's a fair statement. They both have their perks. Taking too long to make decisions. I should have gone down one more. Stop giving me these. Maybe we can actually last a little longer this time. And not get eliminated so quick. Botvac, what's up? Welcome in. That was dumb. I didn't need to actually make that switch, but here we are. I gotta be clearing lines. Rough. That's a dumb switch. Okay. There we go. No, I screwed up. Sorry, we'll recover. Or maybe we'll get attacked. That's not good. At least we made it past the top, like, what is it, top 50? Dang it. Oh, I'm cooked. I feel like, top 50 was good. Judging me so hard. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'm terrible. I have fun with it. I'm not good at it. I've won a couple. Zeke Doomer just introducing time travel this game like it's been here since Kingdom Hearts 1. It frustrated me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, Zeke. My biggest complaint with Dream Drop Distance was time travel. Yes, that's the strategy, Turtle. I just didn't have one. Yeah, it's my first time playing. Never played before. I don't know what I'm doing. I called it from the beginning. The game started off all right, but then I made one mistake and it was cooked. Set to attackers. Perfect. Just get rid of that. Dang it, I didn't want to do that, but alright. Dang it, what I need is not there. Alright, it's fine. There we go. Make it work. Oh, I hate this. Oh, dang it. Yeah, that was costly. I knew it was done. Recommend not missing my placements. Yeah, that's good advice. Ah, there we go. Unlocked. Missed opportunity to put congratulations instead of congratulations, but that's fine. Hey, I hit 61. Let's go. My title called or Nintendo's price hikes and saying playing Tetris. So unrelated. Oh yeah, because I'm an idiot and don't know how to do YouTube streams, dude. I just put something random in the title, so you know I have no clue what I'm doing. Number 61, 62. All right, I'm gonna play a couple more. I'm trying to scam the system by putting an interesting title, but then you go to the stream and it has nothing to do with what the title is. Alright, fine. And I hate when I get like junk and then it's like time to use some of the pieces you were saving. Alright, we'll start building on the other side then. Yuck. Wow, that was quick. Yeah, I don't get it, bot. Why is that funny? Yeah, everyone likes clickbait titles, yeah. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's almost as if I did something else long before I started playing Tetris 99 this morning. And you could just you know, if YouTube had the ability to rewind the stream. I don't like any of these choices. Dang it. Stop giving me junk. Oh, look at that. We got a KO finally. It only took 8 games. I should have waited. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. It's fine. Oh, holy moly, we're getting raided! Sword coming in with the raid as I'm playing this game so awfully right now. Yeah, we're done. Cooked! Sword, what's up, dude? Welcome in. We'll just groove here for a second. Welcome in, Raiders. Sword, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Welcome in, everybody coming from Sword's channel. What were you up to this morning, bro? And how was your stream? I appreciate the raid, man. You're playing DK? Let's go. Y'all make sure to follow Sword and Crossbow. Dude's an awesome streamer. Plays all sorts of games. Just blows my mind with some of the stuff he's playing. Makes me want to play more indie games. Like, no lie. Anyway. Alright, guys. Well, that's all I got time for today. I hate that you just raided. I just looked at the time, though. I have to get to work. I don't have a choice. I really hate to... We'll just forward it on to somebody else, though. We were just playing some Tetris 99 after talking game news this morning. It was pretty fun. But if you're here from Swords Community, I hate to just send you on your way, but I literally have to get to work. So this is an awkward read. Ooh, you know, congratulations. Hold on, before we go, I gotta do a special congratulations to Bot Vac Productions. He's earned himself a ban for self promo, and just, you know, see you later, bud. Have a good one. Anyway, all right. Well, see you guys later. Y'all have a great day. Let's find somebody to send this to. GCG is live, but we rated him last night. It might seem awkward. You know what? Y'all go watch some old school RuneScape. Alright, you guys. Sorry, I'm taking like a really long time to figure this one out.
Welcome back.
Alright. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.